Hello, this is Brother Johnny Williams with another edition of In the Word. Tonight is actually going to be life lessons and testimony. But my life lessons part of this, I'm going to actually talk directly to women tonight. And I'm going to read a few verses from Genesis. And I really want women, especially, to pay attention. Some of the things that I continue to see going on with our young women and some old, it's so saddening. I see them fighting in the streets. I see them using all kinds of foul language. I see them presenting themselves, dressing in a way that projects you are something other than a woman. That is as nice as I can put it. So I'm going to read something to you, and then we're going to, again, this is more life lessons versus reading straight scriptures out of the Bible. I want to talk to you, and as always, I talk real to you. But I want to read something to you out of Genesis chapter 6, verse 1 and 2. Let me give you a minute to get there, and I want you to pay close attention. If you don't, you're going to miss something. Genesis chapter 6, verse 1 and verse 2. Let me give you a minute to get there. Now, let me remind you, this is again, Genesis. This is a little while into, and what I mean by a little while, I don't want to try to give a accurate time frame. But in Genesis, as we all know, Genesis is the beginning, and there were terrible things going on in the earth during those times. It was so terrible that God made the decision to just destroy everything and start over again. But before that happened, again, directly to you women, young and old, we're going to read this verse, and I want you to pay close attention because we're going to talk about it. Okay? Chapter 6, verse 1 through 2. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives, of all of which they chose. I'm going to read that one more time. Any woman listening, I really want you to catch this. One more time. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took wives, of all of which they chose. Ladies, it says the sons of God noticed the daughters of men. Now, what does that mean by the sons of God? It couldn't be talking about the men walking around on earth, because it said the daughters of men, the sons of God, saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. Ladies, if an angelic being can look at you and see worth in you and see how fair you are, now do you understand the power that you wield? And yet you fight in the street like idiots. You give yourself away. You just give in to lust all the time, and then you get angry when something that you should have seen in the beginning, but you didn't see it because you were looking through the eyes with lust. When that doesn't work out, you feel hurt, you feel useless, you feel used. Doesn't have to be. Sound like a broke record one more time. The sons of God, angels, looked at you and saw how beautiful and how fair you are. Now, if an angel can see how beautiful and fair you are, how do you think that you're going to look to an ordinary flesh and blood human being? A man. You have the power to get anything that you want. But you have to carry yourself right. There's an effort that you have to put forward in order for these things to manifest themselves. Okay? Now, this is coming from a man. And again, I'm going to talk real here to you, sweetie. It's coming from a man. Let me tell you something. We form opinions very quickly as to who's this and who's that. Oh, I don't want to use those words, those B's and H's. I mean, I don't want to use those words. I should, but I don't. Because quite frankly, some of you need to be talked to like that. Maybe that'll shock you out of the reality that you're, or not reality, but this fantasy world that you're living in. What happens? You go out there and you sleep around here, you sleep around there, you get stuck with all these children, you don't have any help, you're overburdening the system, you think you're entitled to things. You want your food stamps, you want your check every month. Some of you won't even get out and work, you won't even make an effort. And the first thing I hear out of your mouth is, I wish I could find me a good man. You're not going to find one. A good man not even looking your way. Because he's formed an opinion about you. You're one of those things. They got a whole bunch of names for you. And the killing part is some of you, you're okay with being called these names. You know, it's okay until you get old. You know, then you think because you get old that you should automatically get respect. Well, when you get old, you're the same something now as you were back then, unless you put in some effort, you put in some work to make a change. As it says, your works will follow you. Hey, we've all been promiscuous. We've all done things in our youth that now we look back and we reflect on it. Wow, I did that. Well, yeah, you did. But again, some of us, we have worked very hard to change our looks, our works, the aura that we project out towards people. But, you know, again, I'm going to get back to it. Some of you, I'm not going to call you women. Some of you out there, I mean, you just do not realize just how bad you look and how bad you making the rest of the female race look. These guys just, if you think these guys aren't talking about you, they talking about how good you are at what you do. That's why you can't find somebody good. I said, take it from me. You know, this guy talking about you, there's other guy listening, and here he come. And then you stupid enough to run off with him. You see what I mean? And then you get on Facebook and you're cursing and you're using all of these. It's just stupidity. If you only knew how you sound on Facebook, walking up and down the street, talking this just gibberish. And did the thought ever run across your mind that one day you might want to make a change? Those same people that's noticing you now are going to be around when you get older. And if you don't do something about your image now, it's going to stay with you. And they're going to have the same opinion about you when you're young as when you're old. You know, again, I'm trying to sugarcoat this for the sake of this video. because actually that's not the way I want to talk to you. Again, I want to talk real to you. I want to use those terms that these guys are using when they talk about you, just to show you. And let's get back to these children that I was talking to somebody the other day, and I told them of a situation. Okay, here you are. You out here sleeping around here. You're sleeping around there. You got 3, 4, 5, or 6 baby daddies, and God knows where he is. And let's just say you got all these children, and you move away. You move away and you go way 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 miles away, and you're gone 10, 15, 20 years. And your children are growing up. This baby daddy of yours, he's constantly getting children. He doesn't care. He doesn't care not one bit. Okay, he's constantly getting children. And again, time is passing. And then one day you decide to move back. You bring your children with you. Hopefully you change some, because if you had those children learn the same thing that you're learning, then here they go out in the streets running around, and lo and behold, they run into their brother or their sister, and they get in a relationship. God forbid, they might get married. I've seen this. Everybody, you get together, you get to the wedding, and then bam, she looks over, he looks over, and what a mess. You got a brother and a sister about to get married, and all because you got 2 people that didn't think at all. All they were thinking about was their lust. Now again, I said this is going to be about you women, so let me interject this again to you about a good woman. One more time so you catch it. You see, it takes sacrifice. It takes dedication. It takes abstinence. That means you might want to do something, but sometimes you got to suppress those urges and those desires, because you got to look ahead. Sure, you still might make mistakes. We all make mistakes. I'm not saying that you're not, but not more often than not. But the real thing that I'm trying to get you women to see, I'll get on these men at a later date. What I'm trying to get you to see, one more time, your worth. Sometimes you go all the way through life, and then it finally hits you, and it's too late. You look back at all the mistakes that you made. You look back at all the things, it could have been this, or it could have been that. Again, we all go through that also. But now let's get back to scripture. And this is going to maybe sting some parents a little bit. If you introduce your children to the Lord, if you teach them about the Lord, again, it says, raise up a child in the right ways, for when they get old, they will not depart from it. Now, again, they might depart from it, because again, you never know. Again, I said, want to go left and never come right. When they get old, it's on them. When they get to be an adult, it's up to them. The decisions that they make are on them. But if you put it there, you stand a better chance of that child sprouting up the right way. Okay? Women, I hope that this little subtle lesson, I hope you listen. Some of you older women, share this with those young women out there that's fighting in the street like idiots every day. They just want to fight over a guy that's doing nothing but laying down having sex with them. He's not working. He's not suffering. He's not putting nothing in. He doesn't want a relationship. And actually, he's standing back laughing while they're in the street fighting. Share this lesson with them. Take them to this scripture here and explain it to them. Explain it to your young ladies. Show them the power that they will. Now, again, I hope you got something from that. So now we're going to go to testimony. As always, I use myself. Yesterday was my birthday, and may I say, I was so happy yesterday because, just to host a family and friends, my phone was just going off with the happy birthdays and God bless you, and many more. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one that sent one or even just thought about me. Some people may not have been able to send, but God bless you also if you were thinking of me. But my testimony today is, let me start out by saying this. I was riding around today after work, and I listened to a song. And when I listened to that song, I broke down. As strong as I am, I broke down. And the name of that song was Give Me My Flowers While Yet I Live. Let me tell you something that's been bothering me. When my mother passed away, I wasn't there. I was on the way. And I got the news. My older brother, Charlie Jr., told me. But do you hear me? I was on the way. That's something I have to live with for the rest of my life. Listening to that song, I said that I wanted to add this to this sermon. And anybody that can see me or within the sound of my voice, I want you to hear me. The words of that song are so beautiful. Give me my flowers while yet I live. Let me smell the fragrance of them. Let me smell the fragrance that they give. There's a deep meaning to that. Let me tell you something. Family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a journey. We know where this journey began. It began the day we were conceived, but we do not know where or when it may end. I did a sermon not too long ago about enjoy life. Everyone is portion. Enjoy it. Some of my family, I've stayed with some of my sisters, Mary Jane, Sarah, Patsy. My family means a whole lot to me. And, in my testimony, I have to remember my mother. It's so clear to me now what being a parent really means. It's been clear for a while, but it's even more clear now that she's gone. The importance of being there. The importance of doing whatever it takes to drive it home to your children, your neighbors, or anyone. Again, the importance of fellowshipping and enjoying one another. Regrets, ladies and gentlemen, that's a burden that you have to constantly continue to pray for God to lighten your yoke on that one. And He will. But My testimony again is I wasn't there sitting at her bedside when she passed away. There's nothing I can do about that. That's the way of the world. The Lord give it, the Lord take it away. But there's a message that I want to give to each and every one out there. If your mother or your father that have suffered to give you the best chance in life, if they still yet live, listen to me. You get over there and do these. It's the simple things that mean so much to them. Just go sit down and have a conversation with them. Something that they like. Maybe they like you cooking for them. Maybe they like you watching a program with them. Maybe they like you riding around with them. Do that, and do that often. Very often. Because if your parents yet live, you can do these things. I was like you once. I look at my phone sometimes, and I can never get a call from my mother again. I can't go sit and talk with her again. I used to love to, go catch fish. It's just a simple thing. Go catch fish and take out there and cook for her. She set the table with me, and we'd cook them and eat them. And that meant more to her than $1 million, because that look on her face told me that she's happy. Now, people that don't understand the meaning of family, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. You may laugh at me. Well, you go ahead. One day, hopefully, the Lord will bless you for you to understand what I'm talking about. But there are a lot of you out there that do understand what I'm talking about. And I want you to take this testimony, and I want you to, again, go fellowship with your parents, especially your parents. Do that for me. In closing, we're getting better all the time. We're getting better all the time. We aren't what we ought to be, but we're better than we used to be. You know why? Because we have a made up mind. Thank you, and God bless you.